Not today, but very, very soon. There's some exciting things coming in the very, very near future. When we see the next update here, this is 1.2.0.5 in the beta version, but there is, I've sort of got a little bit of information that's coming. I'm not going to talk about it because I'm probably not supposed to even mention what I just did anyway. Exciting things coming on the horizon for Distant Worlds 2. Also, I did install we looked at this one a day or so back, DW2R resources. So this is like, this replaces default resource art assets with new images and colored backgrounds, which is really cool. I had done this on my own Distant Worlds Universe one where I had like 3 different color schemes, like gold for the super luxury items. I forget what it was. It was blue and green, I think, for the other. Like one was, like, I think I might have had, actually might have even had 4, because I think I had a different one for fuel, like, because there was a few different fuel sources. So anyway, it's and different sort of gases and stuff. But anyway, this is really cool because it does actually now make it much easier to actually see what's going on. I'll just make sure that I am recording. I'll just close that one off, and I'll just double check. And we are live. Yep, cool. That's good. That's good. That's good. No views though. No one's in because I'm streaming at a very, very unusual time. It's nowhere near the time that I'm normally. It's 12 hours away from when I normally am streaming. So I'm not expecting anyone to really be watching this one. So I probably won't stream for very long. I guess people will sort of dribble in and out a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. So there we go. So Fixit's there. Hi, Fixit. So yeah, there we go. We'll probably end up with more people than I thought, but I'm not expecting very many to watch this. Anyway, I thought we'd just continue on because there is that, as I say, that other information that will be coming soon, and then we'll have to just restart. And so I wanted to test out this particular mod. Just go and continue where we left off yesterday, playing as the humans. No items detected. Okay, this is cool. We'll just keep on going in through here. We've got, now we were going to be building up. We're trying to find the pirates that are sort of out and about in different locations. Let's do a very quick summary as to where we are. We've got an enemy pirate down through here. I'm sort of hoping to get more attacks coming in, to be honest, just so I can capture more of their ships. But we'll just have to wait and see. We've got the group through here in the ZETA system, the 3rd Defence Force, to try to just stop the pirates in this area of space. And then we've got another system, the 2nd Defence Force is back over here as well in the Zutarii system, which is to protect against pirates. But we do actually have a new colony there. And then we've got a few different fleets being built in through this other side. Everyone else is set up. So if we just go to the 1st, they're back at home. 2nd, as we set her up there. 3rd is back over through here. The 4th is being built, and the 5th is being built. That's all we've got. We do also have a single assault transport just for taking over the enemy ships. In terms of, we're still trying to get our first hyperdrive, so we're 1.5 years off that one. Let's just unpause the game. New escorts are going to be completed over and over there. Hi Leon, how are you going? Where are you based out of? England or Australia? I'm Australian. Yeah, so Sam is saying, finally streaming at a reasonable hour for your Australian viewers. Yes, I don't have very many Australian viewers, actually. Like it's most of my viewers are American first and then Europe, and probably Central Europe, actually, which is sort of interesting. So Leon's saying, well, that answers a lot. So hello from the States here, because it's fairly late for you guys, I think, now, isn't it? It's fairly late in the evening, I think, for the US viewers. So yeah, but this is actually a reasonable time for me to actually stream. New spy, that's good. That's 3 spies we've now got. Just dismiss that one. So we're slowly building up these fleets, which are just more defence fleets. Now we're going to make the first fleet ultimately will become like a super fleet for taking out the pirate bases. But we do have still have pirate ships we have to contend with. When we go up against the pirate bases, we're going to have to. I'm going to wait until I've got the hyperdrive technology before I do anything with that. Now, Planetary Administration Center is coming after that. We're getting a little bit of extra research along the way. I would have hoped that we've picked up a little bit more research with the destroyers, to be honest. I might grab myself another of the assault transports. There's nothing much else happening up the top through here. So I'll just press escape on that one there. 9 p.m. in California, there we go. Yeah, so it's going to be even later in the eastern states. Mining ship is under attack. Yeah, we'll be going after these pirates once all these other fleets are done. That one's fine. Just leave it where it is. Yeah, so there's big things coming for Distant Worlds 2, beyond just the DLCs and thing, which will be coming. There is actually some changes coming fairly. I hope that it's going to be released fairly soon in the beta, but as I said before, I really shouldn't talk about it. I don't know if it's close. I think it was mentioned a little bit on the roadmap. So, anyway, I better shut up. Otherwise, I get into trouble. And let's see how we go. I do love this game though. It's a very, very cool game. But I thought I'd better just keep on playing this one a little bit longer, because one thing I did actually install, as I said before, was to go and grab the there's a new mod, or the mod that I just installed. And what this one does, it shows you, like, for example, this is Krypton and Argon. If you don't see a background with this particular mod, it means that it's used for building purposes. This one here, though, you'll see it's got like a purple background or a pink background. This one actually is for colony development plus population growth. So when you see the purple, that's what that one does. This is just a building one. So it sort of designates very simply how things actually do work. Like, these are all just building resources back in through there. Back and through here we have a green background, which is income as well as development. It's very nice the way that they've done this. And then this one through here, this is one of our continental moons where we've got like a blue, which is just purely colony development, income there again, population growth, and then building for carbonite. What have we got through there? We've discovered. So again, this is now the new look, which is great. I really like this. I think the game should have actually had that by default, to be honest. Hi, Battle Mode. How you going? You're up early, aren't you, for the UK? You must be either really, really late or really, really early. So Battle Mode saying, "Hey, Daz, are you breaking NDAs again?" Yes, pretty much. Really need to play Distant Worlds 2 again. Wait. I don't know how long it'll be, but it's actually. I actually regret that I started playing it yesterday, to be honest, or the day before, because. Anyway, I better shut up about it. But I'm seeing it's 5:30, so yeah, that is early for you. Anyway, I had nothing to do, so I thought I'd just go and do a bit of a live stream. New escort, so we're still actually getting these things. So the 4th is almost done, the 5th is almost done as well. We'll wait till we get this hyperdrive technology, then we'll sort of upgrade all of the ships. And then we'll build the super anti-pirate fleet, the main attack fleet. I can actually prepare them, actually. I can just do that now. Just get it set up with the attack fleet. Just edit this one. Fuel tankers. I will actually use 2 fuel tankers. We don't have any carriers. We don't have battleships. We don't have cruisers. We don't have destroyers. So what I've got at the moment, I'll go through the designs, but we don't need 10 frigates. I'm thinking we probably need about, say, 7 of them, and we'll just add a escort as well, and we'll get maybe sort of like 12 escorts. So we'll make it a fairly meaty little group. Now the frigates, we want to have, the frigate is going to be the beam frigate, and the escort, we want the escort to be the patrol escort. So they're going to be very specific designs that we actually have. The fuel tanker is just going to be generic. The fleet engagement range, I will just go with sector range, just so we can actually go off. If we do automate things, it'll just go off to sector range. That's all okay in through there. This is now all set up, which is quite nice. So that's actually going to be fine. And so what we'll then end up doing is, once we actually get this, we'll then sort of start to upgrade the first fleet, and then that can become the first attack fleet. At the moment, it's just a defense fleet. And then we can take the fight out to the pirates. We're still searching for pirates up in this region of space, and we think that there might be some pirates down in this region as well. At least we're sort of starting to now see different areas. Actually, there's a location. Here, is it? There we go. We've got unknown ruins at that particular moon. We haven't got there yet. The survey ship will just go through all of them. We haven't come across any other empires yet either. I'm just going to grab myself a quick drink of water. I'll be right back. Yeah, money is very, very good for us. We've got good production as well in amongst this system. Actually, that we just saw the border just seemed to sort of go out from there. That means that this one, some luxury goods aren't getting through. So there's been a bit of a block to some of the luxury goods. So this must be right on the periphery or on the border of the development of this particular border. New escort completed. The borders come; they expand depending on the development of your actual resource. There we go. Look at all those little icons there. It really does look good. Cue Music saying, Daz, great to see you streaming. Can't keep up with all the great games you have me addicted to of late. Your Galcia 4, Dominion 6, Age of Wonders 4, Primal Fury, real soon. Again, that's another one I'm not allowed to talk about. Just I will say regarding Age of Wonders 4, Primal Fury, I've been playing it a lot over the last few days. I've got the actual press version, but I'm not allowed to show it until the day of release, unfortunately. So. And that's still a few weeks away, but I've been playing a hell of a lot of it and really enjoying it. So it's surprising how good. Now we don't want to do that one. We want to crush them. It's surprising how good that DLC is going to be. And again, I should just shut up because I'm not allowed to talk about it. All these bloody they're not NDAs as such. I haven't signed anything, but actually I did with the Distant Worlds. So yeah, I am under NDA as far as. I haven't said anything specific. I've just said that there's some exciting things on the horizon. That's probably good enough. I think I'm allowed to say that. It's exciting for me, actually. Actually, better just shut up. I better shut up because otherwise I'm just going to spill the beans, and I shouldn't do that. We'll just let everything sort of develop. Actually, there was another mod which made more of the nebula. I think I might even install that actually. It makes them more gaseous. I think would look good. I'll have to look at installing that mod as well. Okay, exploration, yeah, that's okay. Discovery, again, this is a blue, which just is standard colony development. That's good though, 9%. Look how it's pushed the border back out again. I might just explain how that one works. Because people are a bit confused as to how you push the borders out. And all it comes down to, if I just pause it here for a second, it comes from the planet. And now that we've got now measurement tools, if I go and press, like for example, this one has always been inside our border. That hasn't been flicking around, but this one has. It's flicked on and off. If we go and press Shift, click, and then have a look, this system is 94.6 m away. This one here is 103, so just a little bit further than what this one actually is. When we have a look at the actual planet itself, and like this combination of all three, they've got three different planets in through here, but this is our capital, so this is going to be the one that will push it out the most. If we go and have a look at the actual planetary details, and just click this one open, we'll then sort of see that there's like actually, where is the development? Yeah, the development level in through here. This actually dictates a lot, along with the population. These actually push the border out and expand into space. So this is actually how the borders are then generated in the actual game itself. And so having the more development you have, the further out your borders will then go. Along with the population, of course. And so 127%, which is actually very good. If we just hover over that one, we can see there we're getting 46% because of the population, because we have a high population, and 81% from the resources that we have. Now, we ideally want the resources to be much higher than that. So this has still got a lot of room for maneuver. If we have a quick look and see what we could do, we've got 13 resource shortages. All the construction resources should be okay. You can see that even fuel is good on this planet. We've got everything we needed except for polymer. Polymer is something we still would like to get a little bit more of, but we're actually doing pretty well there. So everything is very, very good through here. But it's then going to come down to these luxuries. And this is actually what we have on hand, which means that it adds to the development levels. And so as we sort of come back down through, there may be some that we've got, like, for example, Muron wine. Now we know that we've got one location of this, but it hasn't made its way into the capital yet. And so as we lose these sorts of areas, we've got one of these as well. These will actually, if we go and have a look for these, we'll find these somewhere on the map, and we'll be able to have a look at them. So there's a few in through here that we actually don't have access to. And so, but these will be trying to come in. So if we have a look, for example, at Circalian Brandy as an example, if we just have a quick look at this one through here, this is why getting the luxuries is important if you're trying to claim space. So if you just go across into, we'll just go back into luxuries. And this is by shortages actually, so that should be up the top there. Yeah, these are all got 0. This is actually the total amounts in our empires. So we will eventually make it to, where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? We don't have any resources in through here. Yeah, we do actually have control of these sources. Secureless wood, that was one that we've got 1,000 of those. Circalian Brandy, we've got 161 of these, and so our usage of this is actually we're using more of this than what we can get. So this is a rare resource. This is worth 18.4 credits essentially to grab this one. If I just go and grab the Circalian Brandy and sort of feature that, we should then find it. There it is over here. And so Circalian Brandy, and we don't really have a lot. We must have only just built the mining station here, I'm guessing. Yeah, we've got a mining station building in through this other side. And there's the 161 still just sitting there. So it hasn't gone anywhere just yet. But there will be some, there will be other, in fact, we've got a few mining ships that are also just coming in to start to mine this. When they get full, they will then go back. That one should be very close to going back, actually. These mining ships, yeah, they both look very, very full. So they're going to be heading back very, very soon. And then we're going to have a heap of more brandy. And then what that will do is it'll increase our development level on our capital and in the capital systems. But there should be other. It's just a surveyor. These are more mining ships. I know they're tourists going off. Yeah, there's transporting cargo, but no, we don't have. We're not seeing any actual any of the transports going off just yet. So nothing is really coming into this one just yet. That will happen, but just not yet. So we're not seeing any actual production flow. If we go to some of the other ones that we've got like heaps of, like this nectar, for example, that looks like it's coming from our homeworld. Yeah, I'm not seeing much in through here. There's a little bit in there. We'll see the arrows now coming back in from this silk was actually fairly close to our capital. So eventually what will happen here is that we'll end up with more and more of these goods, and this is why we'll then push this one out. And the more development we get, and the bigger the population we get, the more these borders will then sort of extend out into here as well. Base rated, yep, that's okay. They took some credits. But yeah, it's interesting the way the simulation does work. So you don't have any control really over the border other than trying to get luxury goods, which again is cool. Now this is the Nyandre. Who the hell is that? Way back over here. Now that's a destroyer that's coming in. So it's this system here is actually under attack from this particular group of Quamino pirates. We'll eventually deal with these, but we have to get our explorers out to discover where they are a bit more than what we've been doing. Still 94%. I'll wait for this one to come up, then we'll redesign our ships and then sort of rebuild everything. But this is not a game that you really need to be clicking a lot on usually. Like you can just sort of let things develop and look after itself to a large extent. Let's have a look and see if there's any other colonies that might be worth grabbing. Not really. No, nothing. There's nothing over 20. Yeah, that's under attack. Here we go. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, there's a few different pirate ships in here as well. All from that same group. No, there's no gas giant in here though, which is interesting because to have 2 pirate ships in here would make you think that there should be something of value in there for them to be worrying about that. Like one of these will actually have the pirate base in it somewhere. Yeah, Battle Mode saying, sorry, the 10 Boxing is saying, I haven't played Distant Worlds 2 since release. Is it a lot better now after some patches? Absolutely, yeah. And Battle Mode saying the same thing. Yeah, much better than release. It's there's so many little things that they've actually fixed and continue fixing as well. So Battle Mode saying it's a distant world from its original form. Yes, it is indeed. No, it is actually very. I liked it at release. I thought it was excellent at release. Wasn't perfect, but for me it was actually very, very good. But a lot of people really struggled with it. But they've done so much instead of working on all the little extras. They've been working on fixing the problems, and they're now starting to do all the quality of life things, like what I just showed you before with clicking shift, click, and then you can go and actually see the distance. Again, this isn't very polished, but this has only just come in very, very recently. It does give you a chance to be able to then sort of plan a little bit to see how far off different things are, depending on, for example, how far you've got with your with allowing the colonization, for example, which is, as I say, pretty cool the way it does work. And even things like, for example, with the ships, if you know that you've got fuel for 200M, you can now see, you'd be wanting to sort of keep a little bit left over, but you can at least plan a little bit ahead if you're wanting to. This is good. Accept trade. Now this one here, I'm going to keep on accepting this one. I'm just trying to keep them as much on side as possible. Yeah, so this one's still under attack by now another frigate. I will be wanting to go after these ships. I'm just going to wait until we got this hyperdrive, 7 days, 4 days, and then we'll sort of upgrade everything. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of ships wanting to do the upgrades. This will double our speed in space. There we go. Hyperdrive technology. We'll just dismiss that one. We'll pause for a second. So we'll just come back in. Now with this one, all of these fleets are on auto. So we'll go through all of the individual fleets now and just double check what they're up to. But let's just go back into here and then just go, into construction and then go to ship designs. And if I just click on roll, I like to sort of see all my escorts, frigates, etc. all together. We've got all these set to manual. We have a lot of the patrol escort version 3s. So I'm just going to go and upgrade this and then just double check that it is. If I just go to edit, the one thing I want to be seeing changed, I'll just go and set up my filters. So that's latest per category and family. And then the sorting, I want this to be category, family, and then size. That just makes, this should be the default. This really should be the default. I keep on making these suggestions, but no one listens. No one listens. Now we've got a fair bit of space left on this thing. This one does actually already have pretty damn good fuel range at 440M. So this is very, very long range. So these can stay in combat for an extended period. We've still just got the medium rail guns and the Sentinel multi-beam defense on these particular things. We've gone with the railguns because we're going up against Quamino pirates, and the railgun is a fairly good way to sort of combat them to a degree, but only in combination with what we've done with our frigates. So it's really important that these work with the frigates. What they have though is they've got the Sentinel multi-beam in the middle here, which allows them to not be able to fire in behind, so they don't have a field to fire behind, but they can actually sort of attack anything that's coming towards the fleet. They can just keep on trying to keep these things sort of going. Anyway, let's just cancel out of that one. We're going to upgrade this one. And what we wanted to do there was you see it's just gone up a little bit from what it was, like another 3, I think. If we have a quick look and see, we'll then actually have the Jerex hyperdrive, which is size 18. The previous one, if we just go back to all components and have a look at the Jerex hyperdrive, the warp bubble generator was size 15. This is size 18, so that's fine. We've got heaps of space in through there. And that's all it did. It just changed that one. Everything else is looking good. It hasn't changed anything else. It does a much better job now of this. I do actually have more space. I can still put more things in here, but we really just don't need it. You've got the Nova Core reactor, which is perfect for what we're doing through here. So everything is sort of working out well. As I say, we do have this extra space. but there's really nothing. I'll just go back and filter so that we still get all of the different extra stuff. In the general slots, I think, yeah, we can still actually, we've got crew capacity there. We could put assault pods on. If we wanted to. Because we have so many of them, I think I might do this actually. It takes me up to 400. I've still got heaps of space on this particular patrol escort. Putting that on doesn't really, like our sprint speed is still really, really high. So, yeah, Battlemate saying I didn't know they added a measurement tool. That's useful. It is useful, but it's not fleshed out properly yet. But it's still good. It's still very, very good. So 10 boxing, so you have to check it out. By the way, Battlemate, I really enjoy your Dominion 6 Feminini series. Yeah, there's some cool new additions. I'm saying, yeah, thanks. Going to finish it this weekend. Been crazy busy at work this week. But I'm saying, did you ever install other modules for space? Do you ever install other modules for space or efficiency reasons? I like to try to get it close to the maximum, but I really don't have any more that I can squeeze on this particular design now. Because we've used, the railgun is relatively small, as is the Sentinel multi-beam, I really just don't need anything more than what I've got. Where we made our savings was with the Nova Core reactor. We picked this one up, we swapped this one across, and this one outputs pretty much double what the old fission reactor does, and it's even smaller. So we needed 2 of these instead of 1 of these, so we saved a lot of space on the design. But I think by having the assault pods on here, it's just going to make it more valuable for when we do go after pirate ships. So we're going to be able to take them over when we're ready. So so that's actually pretty much where we are there. I mean, one thing, the more weight you put on the ship, the more the crew capacity comes up. But this is actually still within the limit. So I was looking at that before, and also the sprint speed can change. That's the important one, really. Our hyperspeed is now 400k. Instead of 200k, so we've just doubled our speed through space with this one. This is Patrol Escort version 2, aggressive, 2050. This is a close escort, so it's going to be sort of helping the core fleet. And at the moment, it's only the frigates we have in the core fleet, so we'll save and exit out of that one. So this is actually now a new design. The other one has now become obsolete. We'll go to our frigates. This is the other one we want to be changing. So we'll just go and, again, if we edit this one, yeah, we've still got even space in here as well. This one doesn't have quite the energy usage, but and we do actually have an empty slot in there. But I think we're pretty close with our crew capacity on this particular ship. This one does actually have a Sentinel multi-beam which fires behind. So again, with the combination of the patrol escorts firing forward with their point defense, this one firing backwards, we do sort of cover 360 with what we actually have. We've also got iron cannons on the side of this one and Thuon beams. So this one's got better protection overall, but I'm just going to go and cancel that one, and we're just going to do an upgrade. Actually, just before I do that one, just to have a quick look. So this one's currently doing 195 because of the hyper jump. Now, at the moment, if we have a look at the Jerex hyperdrive, has got what's the energy usage of 61, and so it's got 61 in through there. Currently, the warp bubble generator is the hyperdrive energy usage is 85. So we're going to be under again. Like this is actually going to come in underneath our requirement. Like we're actually over our energy usage in hyperspace is actually over what the limits are. So we're just going to cancel this one. We're just going to do an upgrade. It's always great to get this next one. So we'll just do the upgrade, and let's just change the hyperdrive system across. Everything else is looking good, and look at that. Look at the difference. Like that is massive. Now we've still got 20. We've got 20 crew capacity, and we have 18 that we can put into there. I might as well throw another. Actually, what's the range of this one? Oh, that's misleading. I think that's a bug. I've noticed this before. There's no way with 3 fuel cells we've got a fuel range of 825. That just doesn't make sense. Our sprint speed is still pretty good at 75. What I'll do is I will go and grab an assault pod, throw that on there. That's taken us our crew capacity right close to the limits. We've still got a little bit of space there for other things. Yep, so that's actually, we've lost 1 sprint speed because of that. But again, we're just going to have more capacity now to take over enemy ships. So Brandon White's saying, I think this game has the best ship designer of any Space 4X now. I love the combat in it too. Yeah, I agree. It's it's one of these things. I mean, Gal Civ 4 is pretty exceptional as well, but this one, just the nuance you can actually put into what you're designing. It's and this one is designed for the 2 different types of pirates we're going to be fighting against. So yeah, we've now got a couple of different ways of doing this. The fact that we've now put assault pods on everything really is going to help us enormously. So we'll save and exit this one. That one's ready to go. The other one that we had set manual was the assault transport, which I will just do an upgrade of that one. That one's actually all okay. I'm not going to bother changing anything else in through there. Probably won't even bother using this now that I've got the assault pods on the other ship. I do have extra space. Oh no, I've only got 17, which isn't actually, it's enough for me to get another standard armor on there if I wanted to. Yeah, that one actually still works. So it just gives me 3 armor. I can't put a deflection shield generator. That's 15. Actually, I can put that on. Let's go and ditch one of those and put another shield generator on. Yep, 498. That's still all okay as well. And just double check that we do actually have the Nova Core reactor. That's good. That's good. It all sort of works. So we'll save and exit that one as well. All right. So leave that one through there. Okay, so Sam Spackman is saying, my issue with Distant Worlds 2 on launch was I love doing everything manually in Distant Worlds 1. Distant Worlds 2 really channeled you to automate everything and fought against you if you tried to do it in a different way. Yeah, I know what you mean, like particularly with the economy. Like the economy is just onerous if you try to micromanage it in Distant Worlds 2. I like it. I actually like what it does, but I know what you mean. There's a lot of players who were used to doing everything, and Distant Worlds 2 really didn't, it sort of made it, didn't make any sense to micromanage a lot of the stuff anymore. I still love micromanaging the ship designs and the fleets and stuff like that. What we're going to do now is we're just going to go back across to our fleets. They'll now all be upgraded. So if we have a look at the attack fleet, for example, and edit, it's now going to be the Beam Frigate version 2. Actually, it's got the version 3 there. It should have known to go that way. I'll just go to the latest hull for the patrol escort. Yeah, I might have to keep these going, and I'll just go latest design for the hull frigate as well. That should be okay. There is a bit of a bug, I think, in the game when you do get the extended frigates. It will then snap across to the heavy frigate because it wasn't there before. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Battleman's saying, yeah, I love Gal Civ 4, but the comment isn't near as good. I think I might have done that one. Yeah, hopefully Warlords picks it up. I think I'm really hopeful for Warlords. That's one of my most anticipated releases actually of the year. I know it's not actually a full game, but it's really exciting actually with what they're going to be doing there. And Battleman's saying, yeah, agreed with Sam. Initially I didn't care, but the more I played it, the more I started to see that. Yeah, I think Codeforce were gradually bringing that stuff back in. And saying, I know Tortuga Power was quite disappointed with the heavy focus on automation. Yeah, there's a few people that were in that category. There's a lot of people who did really enjoy the micromanagement. I never enjoyed the micromanagement. So for me, I really liked what they did with the automation in this game. Yeah, Batman's saying, I wonder if you'll come back into it once the manual command queuing is re-added. I know that was actually a big... like I know that Tortuga actually at that point had given up on the game pretty much because of that lack of automation. That was a major problem for him. Let's keep on going with that one. So this one's okay. I might just go back and have a look at the others. So we'll just go and get out of that one, and we'll just go back to our defence fleet, which is the other one that we're using. And we've got the Beam Frigate version 2. Let's just make that one. Yeah, so we've still got these latest, the hull for the patrol escort, and now for the frigate as well. Okay, so with what we're going to now be doing is we're going to now go and change across. The first fleet is ultimately going to have to retrofit, but I'm also going to change it. So I'm going to give that an order to go off and retrofit. So that's now going to be done. Now this is actually currently a defence fleet. I'll just go and click on that one, get rid of that one through there. So the first is currently going to go off and retrofit at the Amistiski 4 spaceport. It won't take it long to do that, but what I also want it to do is, so I want it to build up now into an attack fleet, and then we'll go after some of the pirate bases. So if we just go across into the fleet templates, at the moment we've got it set to defense, so I'm now going to set the template to attack fleet. Now what this does, it only changes the makeup and composition of the desired fleet. So if we go into the attack fleet in through here, we'll see that this button now comes in as well. Top up the fleet with ships. Now we do actually have a few transports, fuel transports, and it will pick up, if it can find ships that fit what has to be done with this particular design, it will go and take existing ships and pop them in. So we may have to go and grab some more fuel transports. Let's just go and click on that one. Yeah, so when we go in, the 2 fuel transports came straight in. Everything else was actually all okay, but we are now building up the rest of these ships. So these are now all queued up and ready for construction. So we now need to just make sure that we get a couple more of those fuel transports. Probably even a few more than what we thought. Might just get 4 of those. These have really been improved in the game, the way the fuel transports now work. Okay, well that's the first now all set up. Now if we just go through each of them, the second is set to automatically, its role is defense and its template is defense. Now these can be separate. The role is when we go back into this area and set up, like the actual template itself is the composition of the actual group, but the actual, when we go and edit this one, if we go to attack fleet, that's the actual template. This is the role, and so this is the tactical settings. This is where you set up how you want it to then sort of like when it's first built. This is what it will then sort of take up. Now, when we change this one over to from defense to attack, it will still keep whatever the original one was, but it's sort of then knows. We then can see what it's supposed to be doing. So at the moment, the attack fleets are supposed to be a little bit further out than what we had sort of designated. But with the first fleet, I'm still going to keep this one as set to manual. So the second is already set to defend. It's going to automatically go back. So it's back over here. It's going to come back in automatically and retrofit back in. It may even do it back in the Zutarii system. We are slowly building up the planet there. We've only got 76 million population, so it's only a very small population at the moment. The third fleet is also set to auto. This is now set to defense. Back over through here, that will also give itself an order to go and retrofit, and so it will just handle that itself. We don't have to think about it. The fourth is also set automatically, and the fifth. So if we just let the game run forward now, what we'll find is that eventually this one here should disappear and start to come back across. This one possibly will stay back where it is and just retrofit from the planet if there's enough resources on the planet. Let's let it go for, say, a month. This is where there's still more stuff happening. So I want to wait for these guys to fix themselves up. Then we'll go off with one of the new fleets. Go to the fourth. They've still got no mission, but they can be given retrofit. It probably got no mission simply because there's too much. If we go back to the first, there's a lot going on in here. So if you go and have a look at this one through here, there's a lot of ships queued up, different escorts, troop transports and things. Why is there troop transports? I didn't designate those, did I? I'll just get rid of those. And we've got a lot of ships queued up in through here as well. Did I do the wrong thing? I think I might have. Just go and have a quick look and see what I've done. Just go to troop transports. Yeah, I did it the wrong way around. So I don't want these. We haven't started work on those. Yep, so we'll scuttle that one. There we go, they're gone. I'll just keep the one that's there. Anyway, let's just continue on. Yeah, queuing up orders would be good. Now we're starting to see these are now going off to go to that other spaceport, to the mining station, to pick up those luxuries. And as we get more and more of those in, the borders will then start to expand even further. They don't expand into nebulas as such until you've got control over them. So first we'll sort of slowly build all of these things. The second is going off to retrofit in the Zeturi system, so it's automatically doing the retrofit back in its home world, which is great. New frigates are now being completed. The third is, you can see here, it's now coming back in automatically to do its own retrofit. What it'll do is it'll go in there, and its home system is the ZDIS5 mining station. It will then finish off this one and then go back to its mining station and go and sit out through there. We ended up being there because there was so much pirate activity back out that other side. The fourth is got no mission, but it will then fix it up as well. That's a version 3. We've got up to version 4 though. Yes, we can retrofit those. And the fifth has also got no mission at the moment, but they will then sort of fix themselves up. So we'll wait for all of these things to develop up, and once we've got those, we'll then send out some of these smaller fleets to go and take on the pirates. Oh, a new election. So it's been replaced. Okay, so everyone's happy with the new leadership. We can possibly take in even a small fleet just to start to pepper the ships that we're seeing in this other sector. We'd have to micromanage it though. Okay, we're building more and more ships here, which is good. This is good. The first fleet is really knuckling along here, which is great. You've still got the retrofit orders as well. Just missed that one. Oh, I keep on trying to mention, if you're interested in Master of Magic, it's on 50% off this week as well. Thought I'd just mention that. The new Scourge of the Seas DLC is really cool. That just released yesterday. So if you're interested in Master of Magic and don't have it, now is a good time to pick that one up. I don't think I've seen it for 50% off before, so it is a very good time to grab that one. Now we need to get another, like once we get this one, we need to get something else. What I think I'll do is maybe get the destroyers. That's six years for that one. It's not too bad. We'll pay the costs on that one. Oh, now planetary governance, I can actually probably make that one and get that one a bit cheaper as well. There's 75,000. We'll pay the costs on that one, just so we can get that one in half the time. New escort still coming. Very close now. So these are coming back in. The fourth is still got no mission. They're still at version 3, and the fifth has also got no mission. They will fix themselves up when the build queues are done. The second is still retrofitting, so it's retrofitting. There's no space base in through here. It's just basically fixing itself up from the planet. We should sort of see some movement coming back in from the planet. This is the queue that they've got. Yeah, there's the building of this particular one under construction at 97%. Sometimes these can get blocked if they've got like a lack of what they require. I'm glad I checked those fuel tankers. That was useful. Still got a couple of patrol escorts to finish off. So that's all good. These ones still need to retrofit as well. I mean, it's got the order there to retrofit at the world. Yeah, that's version 3 at the moment. Actually, maybe that is the correct version. Control list. No, it's version 4. US score completed. That's good. Excuse me. I'm sorry about my throat. It just hasn't come good. It's been like I've had the flu on and off now for about 3 weeks. So we know that there's a pirate base here. So once the first is completed, we'll then go off and take that one on. The second is still retrofitting. You can see there's more coming through. It's 93%. Takes time because there's no real production facilities on the Zutuari system. The Asmodiski system is actually is where everything is actually going on. Okay, so we've set this one up. This one's now got no mission, but we can still. I'm just going to tell it to go and retrofit, and just make sure that we get everything set up. Like that's a version 3, which is fine. Version 3, version 3, version 4, version 4, version 4, version 4. Looks like we've got everything set up here anyway. That all looks good. Yep, they're all 4s. And these are all 3s, I think. So, yeah, we pretty much, I mean, I'll just let it continue on. These may be needing to retrofit. There it goes. These guys are finished. So they've now done what they do. They just automatically go back and position themselves there. I think we'll go after this area actually, and we'll just start to take on the pirates using the first fleet. And eventually we're going to have to then go in. We've got a heap of boarding assault strength in here. We're going to be able to absolutely smash this. So let's send the first out until we actually find where the other pirate bases are up this other side. Now, in terms of the 4th, I'll tell it to go and retrofit, and the 5th as well. Just get them to retrofit, because these are still version 3s. Yep, that's okay. So the first, we're now going to go in. This is actually an enemy pirate base right here, but we don't want to attack that one first. We want to come in and do some other things initially. So let's go into here. Actually, have we got any other mining? Not really. I thought that they keep on attacking these ore haulers. I think I'll go to the base and then we'll invite them in to come and attack us. So I'm going to set up a few different things. It's funny, it still wants to go off and do retrofitting, but we checked everything. Oh, it's retrofitting this. So these were being retrofitted. Now, that's not going to worry us so much. I might just wait for it to finish. Yeah, these don't have the same, but they look after themselves anyway. So that's now a VG 1200 fuel barge. Yeah, that should be okay. Here we go. Okay, they've come in. So this is actually good for us. We'll send this one in. This will now become the new temporary home base for the first fleet. And we're going to, with this one set to manual, I'm just going to change the tactics so the range is nearby, which is exactly what we want. We don't want it wandering off to attack anything else in the system. The reason for that is there's been changes, recent changes to the way that pirate bases now work. They spawn, if you start attacking them, as soon as you start attacking, they're going to spawn a cruiser and possibly a destroyer as well. And so so that it becomes quite the problem if you can't finish it off in one go. But I still want to get as many of these ships as I can possibly get. So I don't want to attack that until I'm completely ready. And that means taking as many of these pirate ships as I possibly can. So we're just going to go back across, and we're just going to go and move to this particular station. Now we're going to be moving twice as fast as what we were before. And I'm thinking of going off to the Niagara 5 mining station as well. I might send the 4th out that way. That's still doing the retrofits. Might tell it that its home base is this one. That way it'll just automatically go off and defend it, and it's set to same system, which is fine for those. Here comes the mighty first on its way. So we have a reasonable attack. It's not great, but it's reasonable. Yep, so we need to get to that mining base. They won't destroy it. But we may not get there in time. But we are now going twice the speed through space as what we were before. Believe it or not. Just missed that one. Here comes the the fuel transports coming in behind. Now we really don't need to do much with this. The fuel range is very, very far with this one here. We've got like extreme fuel on these particular ships because of that Nova core reactor. It gives us a lot of options. Now we're probably not going to make it in time to really be able to do much with this. There's a few other ships that don't have the same upgrades just yet. That one will probably only have the old warp bubble generator. Yep, that's fine. That's just a little transport on its way. So we're going to come in too late to save the mining base. But we are ready for everything now. And we're going to have to sort of micromanage this one a little bit just to try to get... unfortunately, the boarding strength is too much for what we're trying to do here. Let's have a look and see. We'll go down to half speed because this is going to be fairly interesting, I think. Now, this thing has got pirates on board. Here they come. Here they come. Is that everyone? Yep, except for the fuelers. That's fine. So, first ship, this one here. This is actually a fleet frigate. So, our frigates are smaller. But we'll just now go and do an attack. We're not going to do the capture just yet. So we're just going to come back in, but we do want to do the capture once we sort of get the shielding down. Now this one has got, if we just have a quick look at what it's got concussion missiles, which is what it's currently firing at us, and a railgun. It does have 2 heavy armour and 2 Corvidian shields, but we were going to be able to disable this one fairly fast. We've got patrol escorts and a beam frigate still coming back in over this other side. So what we should see is the patrol escorts should interrupt these. These should be intercepted. Should already be intercepting now. There they go. That's the interception. The yellow ones that we see. This one is now firing. It's being fired on by the Thuon beam of the. It looks like we may have some clipping in through there. Yeah, they've collided and clipped. So we're using the Thuon beam, which will start to bring down the shielding slightly. But it's going to take a bit of time here for this. Other ships are now spreading out. Actually, one thing I do want to make sure I've got with this is that we are set to tight. Yeah, we are. Because we don't have any area of effect attacks coming in, we can sort of do what we have to do. Now, they're going to ultimately... take what they need from this station. Now we've just got to keep on watching the shielding as it comes down. So we're hitting it with Thorn beams. There'll be railguns. These little ones here are railguns hitting it. Railguns won't do much, but we're going to slowly sort of pull down the shielding here. So Thorn beam, the red one. And we're being attacked by other ones as well. Our ships are also... Now these long ones in through this other side, these are ion beams, which are there to pull down the componentry. Now I've already damaged one of their defences, and but we have to pull them down. In fact, you can see there in the blue, one of the weapons has been disabled. And so the Sentinel multi-beam defense, it's got no longer any point defense for the next 3 seconds. But this is where the ion beams have to then kick in, and we have to get the shielding down. So as soon as that shield drops, we can then... there we go. It's now just... And the hyperdrive is now offline as well. And so so we've essentially now damaged 2 of the components on the inside. That's all we needed to do. Right, time to go and grab the first and tell them that this is now going to be a capture mission. Now we've just got a heap of units on board. And now we go after the next one. So we've now got another... This is a heavy escort. I want to capture as many of these as I possibly can, but unfortunately... there's just going to be heaps of them on board here. So we're definitely going to grab the fleet frigate. Off to the next one. So we'll just go and attack this one. We no longer have any capture abilities. I'm glad that they actually put in the actual boarding assault strength so you can see what was actually happening there. But we're going to have this one probably destroyed before we do much else. Comes the next ship. This is another fleet frigate. This thing's probably going to be destroyed. Yeah, it's trying to jump away. And it may do it, actually. We haven't been able to disable it at all. I know, hyperdrive is now offline. Alright, time to go after the other one. This one is still... We're going to definitely capture that one in very, very short order. Okay, so the first... So against their actual ships, we're doing fairly well. Again, it's a bit hard to sort of see the other ship that's actually underneath there. This one's trying to jump away as well. This thing is basically going to be dead. And still got everything. Yeah, now everything's offline there as well. Now, we're not going to be even close to getting the boarding assault strength back up again. So, unfortunately, these are going to be destroyed. I was hoping to capture them. If I had have come in with a smaller fleet, we could have done this probably a bit more effectively. This thing has still got... No, it doesn't have pirates on board. I didn't see any message come up. Anyway, the first is... well, I might as well finish this one off, I guess. They're going to keep on attacking this as well. Nothing we can do about this. Alright, now this one here we've just captured, so we just boarded and captured, that's good. Dismiss. Now with this particular ship, what I want it to do is I want it to go back off and retire, but it's too badly injured at this stage. So we're just going to move across. What have we got there? There's another one coming in, that's great. So the first, we can now just keep on going after. Oh, there's another one over here as well. What's this one? This one's a fleet destroyer. I want to try to move this one across if I can. This one has got... Its hyperdrive is offline, but only just 99%. The iron shield is almost back up and running as well. Heavy armor has been destroyed, so that has to be completely looked after. That's damaged. The sentinel beam is still damaged as well, but it's not terrible. So we should be able to manage this one. I don't want this one to be destroyed. We have to wait for this to come up, and I would love to capture that destroyer, so I'm going to go after this one first. We'll attack that one there. Yeah, it's going after one of these other ships, but it'll still fire at this one on the way through. This one here, this is a big ship now. Lots of missiles. Oh, it's sort of tempting to go after this one. It's only got 2 shields, so it's really not that great. They may try to take this ship back again. We do have impulse here. The first is attacking the Mighty Provocation, which is that one there. This one should start to fire its missiles fairly soon. In fact, there they go. What are you going after here? They should all be heading after this other side. We've got to wait for the boarding assault strength. Now, it takes about 30 seconds, but for us it's about a minute. So we're still, unfortunately, they're attacking this guy. Oh, and we're jumping away. Great. This one's going to escape, hopefully, before too much damage comes in. We don't actually have any shielding. So the only thing that's destroyed is one of the defenses, but we still have 2 other defenses damaged and 1 weapon system damaged. So we don't have any point defense, and these aren't helping. Come on, jump, 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 jump. Get out of there. They're coming back the other way. Come on, you can do it. It takes a long time for these to queue up. Good, they're out of there. So that one is actually now out of the system. The first is now still attacking this particular ship. And we'll let it destroy it. We've got to wait for the boarding assault strength to come back up. That's basically dead. Now I've got the big destroyer coming in. It's going to be, we're just not ready for it yet. Really want these to come back on board. It's targeting this one here, this beam frigate, which is fine for what we've got. Well, let's go and attack it. In the meantime, we have the other ship has now escaped. Should have escaped. There it is. I'm going to go and tell it to go home. So retire at Ildi, one of the moons in the home system. So we'll go off and retire, and then we'll get the tech from that one. So we definitely want the same thing in through here as well. I'm actually going to run away if I don't get this up in time. I wish it would give you a timer as to so you can see what the cooldown is. I don't think there is that anywhere. Yeah, so the assault pods aren't currently available. It's just that, but it doesn't give you the cooldown as to what that's going to be. It'd be really cool if it did. Launch rate every 20 seconds. Now it's actually 40 seconds because we're playing at half speed, and this has all happened very, very quickly. Here comes more missiles and point defense trying to stop them before they get in. Some of them are getting through onto this one here. Yeah, a bit of damage, not too much. Bit of damage bleeding through. It's trying to jump away. Come on, guys, knock it out, knock it out, knock it out. We need to see that disabled column. We need to get as many things in here as... Oh, hyperdrive offline, there we go. So even though the shielding hasn't come down, the iron weaponry has gotten through, or something has bled through, past the shields, past the armor. Actually, that'll be the rail guns that we actually have on the patrol escorts would have actually broken through. I'll try to explain what's going on with that one. The patrol escorts have got rail guns, and what you'll see through there is about halfway down it says shield bypass of plus 40%. Actually, and the armor. Actually, no, it's not these. This one's got the armor bypass. Actually, what would have gotten through there to do the damage? Yeah, because these ones don't bypass armor, but they do bypass shielding. So they sort of end up doing damage against the hull. If we just go back to the frigates, these ones have got the Thuon beams, which don't have any bypass at all. They just do basic damage. So they shouldn't have done damage into the actual ship itself. Let's have a look and see what's going on here. The hyperdrive is currently offline, which is awesome. The central beam was knocked out by the ion cannons, but the Jerox hyperdrive was actually knocked out by something else that got past the armor. But the armor is actually still up. So this armor is still actually active, as is one of the shields. So I'm not sure how that got through. When we were using the torpedoes, that's what would have happened, but not in this case. Come on, bring this up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Now this is being knocked right out. 2 general slots now knocked out, the hyperdrive and the damage control unit, which is going to then sort of slow this one right down. But I need to, I probably actually need to leave this one a little bit fairly soon. Yeah, we're going to be breaking through here a bit too quickly. Let's zip off if we can before we actually kill it. So let's just move it on out. Move out to there. Now what's left over through here? There was another ship that we saw. Yeah, we can't see what they're building. There's a ship there. Another fleet destroyer being built. Right, so they're building one of those right now. We can certainly deal with them with this big fleet. That's not where we are. We're down in here. So we need to get away from here so that we can just try to let this thing survive, but have it so it can't really do much. Now they're going to keep on firing at this thing, even though I've given them orders to jump away. And it may be too late. We should be okay. Yeah, they're just firing it with the point defense. Under attack. Oh, here we go. This is the frigate is now being attacked as well by a destroyer in another system. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this one alone. I think that this one will survive. It's very, very low. A lot of damage done to it. But we need to get the first back up with their boarding assault strength, and then we'll come back in and capture it. So we'll just let that one go off. Now we've got the fourth fleet is back in here, where we actually now have another. This is a different type of ship. So even though it's got, I wish that they would use the different models that they have for the pirates. I hope that when they do the pirate upgrade, that they end up with a fair few different designs. So this one here has got a different loadout. This has got bigger missiles again, Lance missiles, which don't really worry us too much. Still got the same engines that we've got, but it does actually have bubble shields, and these are very, very powerful shields on this particular ship. And so this one got 680, but it's actually the rate that it replenishes itself, and also just how it protects the actual ship. So this is a bit of a this is a Quamino ship, not a human ship. These are Quamino pirates. So we're going to go and attack this one, and again we want to stop it from doing whatever it's going to do. It's trying to raid this mining station. Now these aren't terribly powerful. They're sending their Lance missiles in. We should have the point defense fire in very soon. There we go. They're even using their iron cannons to try to stop it. This one did take a fair bit of damage just from that attack with the Lance missiles. So that will probably jump away fairly soon. So this is a much smaller fleet. Now what have we got there? I'll accept that trade. Dismiss. It's going to take a while to bring this one down, but we should look. The iron cannons may make a difference. Yeah, we're bypassing a little bit of what they have. Doing a little bit of damage, but these are quite hard to damage. It's more the iron cannons are going to be the thing we're going to need to do the work here. You can see how it's replacing itself as fast as we're doing the damage. There goes more iron cannons in. Just going to get some iron cannons to get some shots in. Now, one of the engines was disabled there briefly. In the meantime, let's go to the first. There we go. We've got our boarding assault strength back up again. Let's just go back across and set this one back up again. Where was it? Not there. It's down in here. So the first has to go and capture that one there. So it's going to go in with their boarding assault strength and fix that one up. That's good. That just gives us more tech, essentially. Now, where are they off to? They're going back to retrofit. Hang on. Why? What have we got? We don't have the improved frigates at all. Why would that go to retrofit? Beam frigate version 2. Yep, that's fair enough. So it'll go back in to fix itself up. In the meantime, let's just watch this particular attack. This is going to be, as I say, a little bit harder than what we had before. There's another pirate ship coming in. This is actually another fleet destroyer. There we go. Shielding is down. So we can now go in and start to take this one. So we'll get the fourth and go and do a capture on this one. As soon as the shield's down, we can then go and capture it. There goes the various troops. Very, very even with what's going on. So we can just leave that to sit there for a little while. I don't know if we'll get through this one. We should be stronger than the Quamino troops. And so our Marines should be able to take on the like an equivalent number of the defenders. So that's actually, it seems to be okay. Let's just go back to the fourth again and now take on this one as well. So we'll attack that one now that we've sort of done we've got the guys on board. And they'll start to just go through and disable components as they go through the ship. Yeah, we've got 700 on there. That should be enough. They're still peppering away with their weaponry, but there's going to be more and more things pulled out of alignment here. We may not get through this one, but we'll see how we go. The fourth should be set to tight. Actually, the fifth should also be set to tight. Just check on all of these. Yeah, second, third should be set to tight. We don't have any problems with what's going on here. This thing's hyperdrive is now offline because of sort of just ripping through things. So you can see there most of the stuff is now being disabled as the Marines go through. And we've still got the advantage here. So we should have that one taken over fairly quickly. And then we've got this one coming in to try to raid the mining station again. These beam frigates have to get in a bit closer. It's peppering away at this unit. Again, it's the iron cannons that are doing all of the heavy work here. Just watch what's happening in through here. Yeah, we've still got a lot. So we're going to take this one over, no problem at all. Everything's disabled. Okay, so Judge Dredd is saying, what's the name of this game? This is Distant Worlds 2. So it's an awesome game. It's a simulation game more than more than most other Space 4X games. It's just the new beta. No, it's not the closed beta. I don't run the closed beta because I know I'm not allowed to stream it. So if you know what's coming in the closed beta, or it's just come in the closed beta, I'm really not allowed to talk about it. But there's some exciting things. So. but this is the open beta. There's two betas basically. If you're in the closed beta group, you've got like a special area where you sort of see what's like they test things, and they're testing something at the moment which I'm not allowed to talk about. But the open beta, I'm hoping that they bring it into the open beta very, very soon. The open beta is, I really like the open beta. It works very, very well. This one's going to take a long time. Just going to get the iron cannons in for this particular one. We go back to the first. They've now got this one surrounded, and we've got the guys on board here. So they're definitely going to be taking this one over. Now that's going to require a different, like it's going to require some actual repairs. This one over here won't though. So we've got sort of like two different groups of pirates now, sort of doing what we're doing. That's interesting. That's another. That's one that is disabled. So yeah, we should definitely have this one very, very soon. Okay, come on guys, get into the fight. So these are still a long way off with their range. That one's sort of getting closer, but these, we don't have enough to pull down the, like to use the iron cannons. We need a lot more iron cannons on this. This one's probably going to run before we can get there. Here goes iron cannons. Okay, that one hit. Nothing blue, nothing disabled. There goes more. There we go. That actually worked. So 3 things were disabled with that particular attack. The hyperdrive was disabled, but it's going to be back online extremely fast. One of the engines was knocked out as well, and the multi-beam defense was knocked out as well. So it's going to have 4 seconds where it can't actually do anything. One of the standard armor was damaged, but we need to get the shielding down. Plus we need to get this up, which is going to take a bit too long. Hyperdrive is back online again. Everything's back online again. There goes more. Now we're getting more of the... it's trying to jump, trying to get away. Come on, guys. Getting close. Here comes the others. Their Thuon beams. We're trying to get these iron cannons on there. Now that's hyperdrive just went offline again. Let's have a look and see what that one was. Yeah, Jerek's hyperdrive out for 10 seconds this time. We're going to be able to do a bit of damage here. So let's just keep on peppering away. This one is very close to failing now. So when we go with the 4th, this is a better mix for taking out the actual pirate ships themselves. We need to just see how we've got a couple of things destroyed. If the hyperdrive ends up being destroyed, cruise systems were destroyed. That's not going to stop it. And the bridge was destroyed as well. But the hyperdrive is going to be back online again. So we need to destroy either the hyperdrive or the Nova core reactor. Either one of those is what has to basically be massive damage before we can then afford to leave it alone. So these guys are still coming in. This one, yeah, that's fine with what it's doing. Unfortunately, this is not going to work. We're going to do too much damage here. Hyperdrive offline again. But we need, in that destroyed column, we need a lot more than this. We've got a lot damaged. Let's just go back to the 4th again. I can't force it to go and wait to capture it. This one is still an enemy ship. Oh no, we've taken this one now. There we go. So we've the Whaling Knight has been boarded and captured. That's great. Dismissed. This one actually does have capabilities. So it's going off to repair at the Pre-Paduke spaceport, but we don't want to do that one. We wanted this one to retire. Now this one wants to retire back at the Eris system, and I don't want it doing that either. So I want this one to go off, and I do want it to go back to our homeworlds. And I'll just get it to retire here. So I'm just going to go back in and retire at Pre-Paduke. There we go. So Jean Harris saying, any special ships set up on these? Just one assault component? Or do you use more? I use only one. Like we had extra space on these ships. It's been a bit convoluted, but we do actually have... I've got an assault transport, which I no longer need. So I'm going to ultimately change this one back to an invasion ship. This one was set up with multiple assault pods. So I had 4 assault pods on that, but we had so much extra space left over on my normal frigates and escorts that I've put an assault pod on each of them, which is why these can now take on the pirates fairly readily. What's that one? What's that one doing out there? Don't tell me it got away. Oh no. No, but still doing what it's supposed to be doing there. So these guys do actually have assault strength of 936, but we're waiting for it to fix itself up. This is in a bad way, but we just haven't destroyed enough yet. Nova core reactor is down to 73%. That's out for 30 more seconds. What I might do is I might just move these off, but we'll micromanage it. So let's just move these out of the system. So they'll move out. That one is moving off. Okay, we've now also boarded the other ship. We just go and have a quick look. So we've now got this one, which is very, very badly injured, badly damaged. So this is disabled, and I can scuttle it, but I can't actually do anything with it. So we need to go back into one of our repair ships, one of our constructors. And is there anyone doing nothing? One's going back in for repairs. I don't know if I can actually go into... there's no repair. The actual ship. This one's being repaired at the moment. They're all building mining stations and things. Yeah, it's coming in for repair. Oh, my dog's just crying. You can hear him yelping away upstairs. He's a really old dog now, and he's got dementia, so he sort of doesn't know what's going on. But my wife should be up there, so she should come out and look after him. Don't know if you can hear him. If he keeps on going, I better just go up and settle him down. Okay, we've got mining stations. Yeah, he's still going. I'll just be right back. I'll only be a second. He just has to know that there's someone around, that's all. My wife's gone out, so I brought him down. Come on. Come up. There he is. He just gets a bit stressed when there's people not around. So we've captured that one. We can dismiss that. Where is he now? Oh, he's in here somewhere. Anyway, so he'll just be happy. Yeah, it's funny, like he gets really confused with all sorts of stuff. So we try not to be too telling him to do different things, but he's quite old now. Like he's about 15 or 16, I think. We've got 3 really old animals. We've got one cat who's even older, and another dog that's a year younger than him. She's still okay, but yeah, the cat and the dog, God, they're a nightmare. Trying to actually the other dog actually has got bad knees, and so he can't come up the stairs. So you got to carry her up the stairs all the time. Anyway, it's fun and games. So this one here, we do need to get this one repaired. But everyone is off doing other things. This is where it'd be great to be able to queue stuff up. Like that one there, for example, is still got all of its stuff there. Well, what's not important, this resort base? Yeah, so it's sort of, this is again where, this is important. Like this is actually what, what Battlemode was saying before with the not being able to queue up the stuff. It is really important that we be able to do this. It is very, very frustrating. So I'll just put this one back to fully automate once it's actually done that one. Or maybe, yeah, sure, and I'll leave it on fully automate. Well, eventually we'll come in and do the salvage here anyway. So the first is now set up, and God, do we send it in? I'm going to wait until we've got the boarding assault strength back again, and then we'll send it in against the actual main base. Now it's still building this one, which is, yeah, we're not going to be able to do much with this. This one isn't actually now finished. It may come after us, which would be good if it did. So because the more of these I can capture, the better. The 4th is going to be leaving. So that's the second. The 4th is technically over through here. I don't know what that is there. One of them must have tried to escape through damage. Anyway, we'll just get out of this system. Try to leave this one alone. Leave it alone, guys. Leave it alone. They tend to just use their point defense weaponry, which doesn't do a hell of a lot of damage, but just keeps things sort of down. Oh, here we go. We're back up with the boarding strength. So now we'll do a capture. There they go. All of the Marines going on board. So they'll have this thing captured very, very quickly. So I'll just sit there. That's fine. Okay, so we've still got the first back in through this other side. Now, when we go after the base, that is going to be a problem. This is coming down to attack us. Great. Okay, this is cool. So come and have a part of the party. So the first can now take on this one. This one should only still have its shielding only just starting to come up. But the first has now just starting to get their boarding of strength up as well. So we'll attack this one initially. This is good. We're getting a lot of destroyers here from the pirates. This is why I don't like to be paying them off too much. Because ultimately this is worth a lot of tech to us. Like being able to capture all of these ships. Yep, so they're under attack from the missiles. Come on, get these point defense in. Wipe the missiles out if you can. Seem to have a lot of missiles on this thing. Yeah, three groups of them with 8 shots per volley. But we should still be fine. Yeah, point defense is getting rid of a lot of them. But some are still actually hitting. Need to get this thing. It's trying to jump away. Come on. Get this hyperdrive is offline, that's good. It's trying to still jump. Going to get those shields right down. There we go, shielding is down. And because of that, we're now going to be able to capture this one as well. Formidable backstab. Okay, the frigate is under attack by another destroyer. In the Altace system, yeah, this is actually the one we're just doing now. So that's that one there. So we shouldn't have to worry about that one anymore. Let's just go back up and go back into this one. We've got stuff happening all over the place. So that one is now under... We've sort of essentially got this one working now. Now, why did that one leave? Yeah, because of the shielding. The shielding went down too far. So we've got ourselves another fleet destroyer coming in. So the fourth. Still got a little bit, yeah, from this one over through here. That's what that one is. So we should be able to... I can give it a capture order, but we want to attack first. There's the Lance missiles again. Yo, that one went straight through. Big damage on this ship. It's a long time between volleys, though, with those Lance missiles. They do a lot of damage, but it's not going to worry us too much. It's one of our beam frigates, the Thuon beams. I was trying to jump away. It's taking too much damage. Come on, guys, get those, get these iron cannons in there. Start to disable it. Jester. He's all right. Hyperdrive offline. That's good. Got a little bit of boarding strength. Okay, the Shrouded Invader has been boarded and captured. Let's just go back to this one. So this is the one that was sitting back in the... oh, that's the other one. Okay, that's the other one that we had in this system. Now that one can't do much either. I think it's still got impulse. No, it doesn't have any reactor. I'm just going to move that across to there. Can we? No, we can't do anything yet, just yet with it. So we'll just keep the keep these guys attacking this until the shielding comes down. But this is good. We've actually now captured a lot of these ships all in one go. There we go. It's just the shielding has just come back down. We can now tell it. We really need to get the rest of these things in there. I'm going to keep this one just smashing it with the with peppering away at the actual ship and do as much damage as possible here. It can't jump. Actually, now it can. Hyperdrive offline yet again. Let's just get everything down a little bit. Get a bit more damage. Now it's trying to jump. What's the fourth doing this? Still only got the one that can go and capture this. So it's still trying to get away. Let's just keep it going with this particular attack. Come on, disable it again. Get more of these iron cannons on. Come on, guys. Still going. It's still going. Hyperdrive offline. Great. All right. So the fourth. Now we've got everyone back on board again. So capture. In they go. All right. So that will then try to sort of do the capture there. In the meantime, the first is still operational down this other side. And we've got this one set to capture as well. Got it, okay. And this one is pretty much ready to go, so we can just retire at the Ildi moon. So we'll just go and tell it to do that, because this one wasn't really that badly damaged. It just didn't have its shields up, so it was easy for us to get on board with that one. Now, where's this one? Oh, this was this particular ship. This one's still trying to get away. Actually, this is different again. There's a fleet frigate. Where's that? Oh, that's it, the Tarii system. Okay, in that case, yeah, so we're going off to attack this particular one. Now it's trying to jump away. The second can actually now do the boarding because the shielding is already down. And even if it jumps, which it has, we've got enough on board to take it on. So it's going to jump. It'll be somewhere out in space here, and then we'll capture it. So we don't need to worry about that one. That one's also now under our control. So Gene here is saying getting late in Texas, 1 a.m. So I'm out. So we'll catch up on the replay. Thanks for all your Distant Worlds videos. So not a problem at all. I enjoy doing it. I actually can't stick around for, probably got another half hour anyway before I get going. But we've done a lot of attacking. I think the last thing we'll do in this session is to go and take out this one, because there's no other defenses here. What we want to do is there's one more ship. And this we're going to be we're going to be gaming the game a little bit here, because we're going to end up using these to get ourselves a cruiser. And I may keep the cruiser. I mean, even the destroyers would be sort of half valuable, but the cruiser itself would be a nice addition to have in the first fleet. Sort of have like a massive pirate cruiser as the flagship or something. I just need this boarding strength to come up. They've got no mission, they're just going to stay there. Now the pirate area will ultimately start to fix itself up. I think I'll just go back to normal speed now for a little while, just until this one comes up. Now that's going back home to retire. Here comes transport. Don't know what's doing there. That should be, we should have a few transports coming in to pick up all the loot that's here as well, which is good. Yeah, it's picking up the different, oh, hang on. Where the hell is the Hive Hulk? Not sure where that is. See where it goes. It may be that there was some loot left over for the pirates. Okay, we've now boarded and captured the ship, discarded. This is the one that got away from us in space. So if we have a bit of a look, we'll now find that there'll be a ship somewhere out here. There it is. And so this one is actually fine. It's fully functional, but we can just retire it. We might as well. We will retire it at the system that's here. I've got 131 million. I want to get to about 300 before I start to build spaceports. Back over here, how are we going? Yeah, this one will be going fairly soon. Where's my dog gone? Just check on him, he's making funny noises. What are you doing, Chester? What are you doing? What's going out there? Come on. There we go, just a good boy. Alright, just continue on. Here we go, we're ready now for the big assault. So the first is now going to go in. So we've sort of milked all of the ships we can out of the pirate base, except for one more, which we can now afford to go in and do. We don't have any real damage done anywhere, so all the ships are looking good. Yep, everything is ready to go, all fueled up and ready to go. So we do actually have the Admiral here. Actually, the Admiral's good. I think he's got some really, really good stuff. I'll just double check that he doesn't zip off somewhere else. Yeah, he's set to manual anyway, that's good. That's good. All right, first. Now, we've got a strength of 1,523 going up against the pirate base, which is going to be fairly strong. It's got a strength of 1,000, so we have to sort of break in. Now, this one has got, if we have a bit of a look, it does have a surge blast. So we may have to spread out a little bit here before we go in. Let's have a quick look and see what it's got. So it's got interceptor missiles. These are just point defense. So it does. That's all it uses for point defense, actually, which isn't too bad. Iron cannon. Yep, so it can disable. Tractor beams, surge blast is going to be the area of effect attack. So we'll actually, make everyone just go back to normal before we go in, and lots of shielding. So there's a lot of starfighter bays, and so this one, if we just go back out and have another look, so we've got 6 bombers, 6 interceptors with the fighter bays. So it's not going to be easy. We may sort of suffer a little bit here as we go back in, but we want to get the cruiser while we're coming in. This may not be quite strong enough. Not much we can do about that, I guess. Not sure where the Hive Hulk is. It must be in here somewhere. Okay, we'll just go and set this one up to normal, and we'll go in and do the attack. And fingers crossed, I mean, if we can take the cruiser out, that's going to be a big bonus for us. So we're going to go and attack. We're not going to bother trying to capture this one. We're going to go and attack it. And we'll just play it at half speed again, because there's going to be a lot going on in here. Here they come. Just go to half speed. So what's going to happen here is we're now sort of on the outer rim of the limits of what they can then go and do. Here comes all their actually no, that's their little transporter going back in. Is that anything? Nope, not yet. Must be these. Yeah, here comes the superiority fighters. So these are going to be coming in from a different angle. They've got the superiority fighters in through here as well. If I go Shift T, I can then follow in the actual fighter itself. And so we've got the fighter selected, and it'll then zip around and come in towards our fleet. So there's our fleet coming. So there's all the other fighters. There's all the other missiles and things going in. I won't spend too much time with this. Let's go back to B. Got too much to consider here. Now, as we get closer, it will then start to build a cruiser, and that's one opportunity we have to go and grab the cruiser. Actually, I'll just go back to this one here. You don't want to scuttle it. Yeah, the one can't move. What's the 4th off to do? No mission, that's okay. That's okay, we just go back to the 1st. And look at what happens in here. So, at the moment with the 1st, now as we get closer, we should see a big cruiser come out from in here. The first time they get attacked, they build the cruiser. Now we're getting rid of all of the small craft. We've got rid of 4 of the interceptors and 2 of the bombers. So this is where we needed the point defense that was coming in. Everything else is still pretty good. No real damage done anywhere. Yep, no, that's all good. It's just funny, this one always looks like it's got a red colour on it. So all the small craft are being attacked with different weaponry. And sort of wait for this big cruiser to come out. Now, we haven't seen the surge blast come in just yet. We've got a few that are fairly tightly packed. How they're going is we've wiped out all of the bombers and interceptors with our point defense, which is great. Actually, I didn't think we'd be able to do it that quickly. That's actually very, very good. Okay, let's sort of watch what actually happens in here now. To bring this one down. A lot of shielding on this. See how many ships we lose. We should be okay. Ah, here it is, here it is, here it is. So this is the guy. This is the one. Ah, look at that. We've got the shadow on the back there. So this is a cruiser that's just been built, but it's now susceptible to being taken over. So instead of taking this one, we're going to now go and switch and take over. We're going to capture. Is that the forceful battle? Is that the one? Yeah, forceful battle. So capture that one for me, please. Yeah, we don't have very many on board, but this is more important to us than anything. So the first is now going to go off and attack this one again. I want to really knock this one out, even though it's going to mean that we're going to suffer a bit more from back over from here. Yeah, we've got a little bit of troops on there. So we'll try to knock this one down as much as we can. Hyperdrive is offline. That's great. Yeah, we've got a few that have now been destroyed. Let's have a look and see what we've got. So most of the stuff has been knocked out of this thing, but the 2 fission reactors, they've just been disabled. Hyperdrive is going to come back up very, very soon. Energy collector is the one thing that was destroyed. So it's interesting, but not quite there just yet. Unfortunately, I wasn't close enough to do the full-on capture. I should have done a prepare and capture, because actually we do have a few troops on board. Maybe what we'll do is we'll go back now and wipe out this other one. So we'll just go back into the first and now finish off this one. This one's sort of basically dead in the water for a little while. Again, I don't think we're going to have enough to be able to take this one on just properly just yet. But we should be able to wipe this out. Oh, hang on. We don't want to do this, because we don't want this one to be destroyed, because then this one will then probably be given across to the other friendly pirates that we have. So let's just do enough damage to this so that we can still come and take this one over before we finish this one off. So we'll keep on damaging as much as we can. Yeah, all of its weapons are damaged. We need to get these guys have got a little bit more boarding strength. That might be enough just to push it over, this one over the edge. Let's go back to the first, and we'll just go to capture. We'll just sit back and capture this one, which means we're going to still keep on peppering away at this. There goes more of the assaults, I think. You've got to be really careful with this. Yeah, most of what it can do is down at this stage. Okay, come on first. Yeah, we've got enough there now, so let's now move right away over to here somewhere. Because I don't want this to fall before we've actually captured this. Then we'll come back in and finish off the base. Getting this cruiser is important. That's good. Now we've got another 200 odd. Yeah, that's enough. We've got enough on there to be able to do what we have to do. Now we could technically try to capture this as well. I'll see how I go. That's good. That was a good raid. That's a really good raid. This one we'll have down very, very soon. That's being repaired from this. Yeah, it's under construction. almost got it. Yeah, that's going to... Okay, let's go back to the first. We've got 253. Let's capture this as well. So we'll go back in. And there we go. Forceful battle has been boarded and captured. Great. Now, we do actually have movement, I think. Yeah, we can move out of range. So the first is now going to be capturing the Bounty Hunter's Rest, which is the main base. Now, come on, get everything sort of working. Actually, we don't have any engines that are working just yet. Do we have the hyperdrive working? No, it's currently disabled. Comes the first again. Get more and more assault strength. We'll come in and capture this. Now this one still doesn't have any weaponry, I don't think. Yeah, it's got 9 total. 3 are damaged, 6 are destroyed. So by the time the first get back there, we should be able to just keep on assaulting this and then end up capturing it. This is great that we've got this. Such a great addition. Cossack. Heaps of shielding, heaps of armor. It's awesome. Okay, here comes the first again to do the final capture. This worked out very, very well. Now, it's going to be different when we go up against the Quamino pirates because of their shielding again. But our fleet it actually performed extremely well. And we have now the full 2,000 boarding assault strength. Hey there, buddy. Hey, Jester. He's a good boy. Right. Okay, we've got the Dillet 4. Now, where is that? Now, this has got... okay, they've actually moved further out than where we were. Let's just get back to north again. You just press Control and then Q and E, you'll end up getting back to the north. So the Dillet system. Now, this is one that we thought there may have been a pirate base here at some point. Yeah, we can't really settle that one. What's this one have on board? Haypec Obsidian. Well, I'm still going to let those pirates just do their own thing for a little while. I've only got the 5th back at home. And the first is just finishing off this, and then we can send the first back out in that other region of space. Here they come. Yeah, shielding up a bit. So they'll knock the shielding out. As soon as the shield goes down, we'll then see they'll bring all of the others across. There they go. There we go. So this is going to be a big one. It's going to take a while to take this one. It may still blow up, but we'll see how we go. I'll just sit there and try to capture it. Now we should be okay because we've got about 2,000 odd in terms of the actual assault strength. There goes even more. Yeah, we now have the advantage on board. And they'll just go through and knock everything out. So everything will be disabled. And then just when they get, like even if they can't get through in this time, they'll just keep on assaulting it and assaulting it. Now, as far as the other one that was concerned, we had the this constructor was just coming in to fix this other one up. Yeah, we still don't have anything. We've still got a fair few stuff that's actually damaged. So let this one finish off its job. So at least we know that this is strong enough to do what we had to do here. But this is great. We end up with getting this this big cruiser, which will come in as well, which will be, it's more technologically advanced than anything that we've got. Yep, we're getting there. I've got 2-to-1 now in terms of the Marines on board. Planetary governance fairly soon, then the destroyers after that. So the cruisers are 2 steps away from what we've actually got. So getting hold of these cruisers and putting them into their fleets, I think, will be good. I could add it to the fleet now, I guess. There's too much destroyed. What else do we need? Yeah, the command center is destroyed, which disables it. Just wait for this one to be constructed. 89%. Hi Admiral, saying pirate cruisers in recent patches seem to switch over to another pirate faction in my game. Yes, they do if you destroy the pirate base. That's why we didn't destroy the pirate base first. So we needed to... you don't get very many pirate ships back from this one. So I wanted to make sure I've had control of this one before we take this one out. It's quite important. There we go. The Marines are now getting through. Still just waiting. I might just go up to normal speed. This one's coming in to build another mining station. That's good. This one's got some damage done to it. Up to 96%. And that one's now finished. Have a bit of a look. This one is now ready to go. For the fleet destroyer, again, it's mainly just missiles and things, which I don't really need. So I think I'm just going to go and retire at Ildi again. So that can go off, but I do want to get this one now to go over and set up this one. So complete construction of that one. And then we'll just make this one fully automated after it finishes that. There goes even more troops. Yeah, we're going to have overkill, essentially, with this one. It's very close now. And we've sort of taken over, we've milked all the pirate ships and taken over as many as we possibly can from this particular group before we went in for the kill. There we go. 200 odd left over. Now there is a pirate leader, Padre Jackson. Actually, he's not very good. He's terrible. There we go, down to 74, 60, 53, 47, 37, 27, 20, 11, and done. Okay, there we go. Now look at this. What have we got? So this has been captured now. So we've now got this one. Bought and captured the this one through here. Dismiss. Now we've got a whole lot of new resources. So this was all in their cargo hold, which is great. So we won't have a permanent location for these, but we do get all of these different things, which will all then be sent back. So yeah, some good stuff in here. Okay, cool. It's going to give us a nice little boost along. Now the resource shortages, it doesn't have much standard stuff. It's got a little bit of, it's only got a little bit there in there of the luxuries. So not going to be fantastic for us. Okay, and then this one here is, yeah, so it wants to retrofit, like it's, I'll just let it continue on doing what it's doing. There we go. So we've got Admiral Padre Jackson. Really, he's pretty terrible. This is actually the pirate captain. He's now sort of joined us. So we'll dismiss him. He's really not good. So we'll get rid of him entirely. All right, so that gives us another base out this other side. The first can now go back in, and we'll just tell them to go back and refuel at Zedrus 5 mining station, which is, where's the Zedrus system? Not seeing it there. Oh, there it is. Yep, that's fine. Just go and tell them to go and do that. And then once that's all done, there's no repairs required, so we can then sort of start to send it off to look out for the pirates that are up this way. This other pirate over here is a friendly pirate, so we'll just leave that one alone. Unpause, and I've really got to get going, guys. So I think actually I'll leave it here. But that was a good little session. We've got a lot of stuff there. We've got a lot of loot. There goes the fleet destroyer. What we might just do is just add in this other guy once it gets repaired. Yeah, I'll leave it until we've got this one under control, and then we'll get it to repair this as well. Actually, someone will come and repair this. Yeah, I won't do the retrofit. I'll just leave it where it is. But this is one way we can get spaceports. You know, not that we really need it. It's going to be a bit of a drain on our money, but the money situation is pretty good on this in this game. Playing as the humans. Alright, so we've got 69% with its construction. Might just change this one here to the first attack force now, because this is now what it is. We can set this one back to tight formation. That was very effective, I've got to say, that attack on the on that particular station. You know, to pick up all of these ships, we picked up 3 destroyers, plus a whole lot of other little ships as well, all in that one attack, which was fantastic, and the big cruiser as well, which I will keep. Let's have a look and see what we're up to. 72. It's going to take a bit of time here, because the tech is unknown to us. It slows down the actual. You know, slows down our repairs. Right there, fix it. So waving, I thought maybe you're waving goodbye. Muscle Pain saying fantastic Disembodies too, yeah. And there's some really good stuff coming soon. I wish I hadn't started this little series, because yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more of this. Saying how's everyone tonight? Well, I'm doing pretty well. I will be finishing up pretty soon though. How are we going? Up to 76 is going to take forever. Just wait for that to come in. The first is, I'll send them off. Where should we go? Fuel-wise, we've got no problem at all going anywhere. We did have another... Yeah, we're still just exploring everything in through here. In terms of the bases, we do actually have a base out here, I think. Yeah, I might make this now the home base for the first attack, and we'll just go and send it out to there, move to the Dilat 4 mining station. That's right, this one was being attacked before. Accept that as well. Goodbye. So just got to do a couple of jumps before I can get there. Just go back to the Alpharat system. Oops, wrong one. This one here. Yeah, so a lot of ships coming into this particular system. 85%. Yeah, we'll accept that treaty with those pirates. Here comes all of these guys. They're going to be picking up all sorts of. They're going to be dropping off a lot of stuff. They should also pick up stuff as well, I think. Maybe not. No, there wasn't much there actually. These are all bringing steel in. Yeah, so we can start to construct if we have to. %89 now. God, this are all coming in. Lots of steel. Yeah, we're doing quite well with all the stuff. This will then allow us to use this for more construction. Yeah, so we now control the these pirate base. It's sort of funny, even just from like a story perspective. For me, that like it feels just fun that we've actually now got this this really advanced base in on the periphery of our empire. That we have to now sort of start to repair. It's a little bit like the Stargate, that one that we're on, that oceanic world. It's just a there's so many different stories you could actually have with this. Okay, we're getting very close. We've still got a couple of destroyed basic components. What do we have? The energy collector, the 2 energy collectors, and the crew systems. I'll let this one get fully repaired. Now this one doesn't have any fuel, so we'll have to micromanage this a little bit. 99%. This one, we're going to make this one manually controlled. Now that one's done. Okay, let's just go back and help this one. Complete that construction. We'll just make this one fully automated. Okay, so this one needs to go off and refuel at Desperado Retreat, which is over here, because we've now got the refueling station at this particular one. So it'll come over and refuel there. Now it's building up its interceptors and bombers. And we'll send this one out as a, this will then become part of the first fleet. Be a nice addition. So it's only going very, very slow because of going through space. It's using the Garrett's hyperdrive. So it does have these quantum engines, which are would be cool to pick it apart. But it's quite a strong ship. It's got a lot of stuff on it. So anyway, that'll become the flagship of the first fleet. Okay, we've now got planetary governance. I'm just going to go back in. Now we're going to go back in and go to the... actually, these Covidian shields would be another nice one for us to go and grab. Let's go and get that. And we'll just go and crash research this one here. We'll pay the cost there, get these in half the time. Just so we can start to bring in destroyers as well. But we're doing well here, guys. We're doing very, very well. The first is heading out. We don't know where the pirates' base is here. We haven't actually located that yet. We'll have to sort of search for that. It should be in one of these systems somewhere. Gee, if we hadn't got that Nova Core reactor, would have made that's made such a difference to our ship designs. And that's a Quamino tech. Just go and get this thing refueled. So this one's coming into this particular pirate base because we've just got the refueling rights. That's the closest place for us to refuel. The friendly pirates. So we pay the pirates for this refueling. Here we go. Look at all the pirate ships. So these aren't targeting us. So what have they got over there? That's a fleet destroyer. Here comes our ship. So the more we pay them, the more they can build. So they're just slowly building up. Get another fleet destroyer back over there. Another one there as well. So they're very strong, but they don't actually have a target to go after, so they're just all congregating in around their home base. No fuel here at all, so we just need to keep on sort of working with this one here. There's another pirate leader there. Actually, that one's good. He's very good. It's taking a long time. I'll just double the time. Without the fuel, it really does make us go very, very slow. Yeah, we're just limping along in here somewhere. Just make sure we've got no other potential. Yeah, there's one over there. That one's too far away. I wonder where that is. Oh, it's right inside there. That's too difficult for us. Yeah, we were given the distance in through there, but there should be hive ships in there, I would guess. It's going to be too far away for us. Not going to be able to do anything with that one for quite some time. All right, let's continue on. Wait for this thing to refuel. Ah, there we go. It's now been refueled, no mission. So we want this one to join the ship, the forceful battle of the fleet, the first attack force. So it's now going to join the first attack force. We'll just go back to the first. It's now going to move to the Dilat 4 mining station. We'll just do that one automatically because it's part of the fleet tactics. Fuel tanker, where's that? At Dilat 4, here we go. Just go back to normal speed. Now this is another fleet frigate. And we've been taking a fair few of their ships anyway. So the first we'll just attack it to start with. Wait for everything to come down. Trying to jump away. Come on, disable it. There it is. Shields down. So capture it, please. Hasn't got a hope in hell. Now I've got another one coming over. What's this one? Just a heavy escort. We'll just destroy this. Oh, hang on. We've still got 500 odd. We didn't send them all out. So should be able to capture this one as well. Wait for the shielding to drop, and then we'll capture this one as well. Here we go. Dark Intruder has been boarded and captured, which is that one just right there. Just wait for that one to repair itself. Actually, they want to be building these. I'm going to be building these all over the place, actually. There we go, shielding down. Now, one thing we have to be careful of is the 500 odd that we have here. No, most of it's still actually in this fleet. But the other one we have to be aware of is that the big cruiser is actually still going to be. That has also got the. Where is it? Oh, it's already headed off. That's okay. Not sure where it is in space, but it's. It also will have some boarding areas as well. Let's have a quick look at that one. Look at the cruisers. Yeah, so it's still there. This one also has 126, so there's a fair bit of the power that's left at this stage. Where's our first? We should capture it, but it may take a bit of time. It's been disabled. Yeah, we should have it. Oh, maybe not quite enough. Just to wait for another group of them to come back in. Actually, there we go. We've got another one now coming back in here as well. Another fleet frigate. So we'll just attack. Yeah, it's 126 left over from the other one. This one may not be enough. Yeah, no, we're gonna miss out on that one. One thing it does allow us to do is to actually sort of sit back and wait, because we still actually have this one coming. It's actually not a bad little strategy actually to do this, because you can then go back and go to capture it, and even though you don't have any capture pods, when they're available, it will then just go in and actually do the damage. Or has it got enough? It's got enough. There we go. That's cool. In that case, we'll just go back to the first, and now we can still go back in and capture this, because that's going to be more than enough. So we really are ripping through these pirates. Now, before we go any further, one thing I do want to be doing is to we've got Covidian shields coming next. Let's go back into the colonies. Now, this one here, we do actually have the Planetary Administration Center. We want to get one here as well. And at Ildi, that one that's already got one happening. And at Eris as well. So we'll get those built. Now at Eris, we've probably got enough of a population to warrant getting another starbase. So let's go and do that here. Put a small spaceport. Good. Yeah, that one will come over very, very soon. There we go, got that one. This one's been able to knock back everything, but eventually this one will then catch up again, and we'll just keep on sort of just keeping this one under wraps. So I'm just going to wait until the boarding strength comes back up again. There we go. There's more coming in. So we've got more boarding parties coming in this other side, and as more become available, they'll just send them in as well. So we'll get that one fairly soon. Yeah, I don't want to scuttle them. I want them all coming up, and then we sort of take control. There's nothing else in this system other than that one there. There we go. They're all going in now. So that will not last. Where's the big guy? It's not even there yet. So there's been a lot that's happened. There we go. That's good. So this is a good spot for us to go and wait. And again, just need to get these things repaired. They'll eventually get repaired while we're here. We're sort of okay. We'll just sit back and wait for the enemy to come. We don't know where they are. They could be out here for all we know. Not sure where. There's two pirate groups. I don't know where the other pirate group is as well. They should be a little far distance away from each other. traveling a little bit faster than normal because of the Admiral. Back in here. Well, I sort of think that we sort of probably need to call it quits here, guys. We've sort of now done a lot, a hell of a lot in this session. Actually, that was good. So I think I'll leave it here. Thanks for watching, and that was cool, actually. As I say, there's going to be some big news coming soonish, I think, for Distant Worlds 2. I'm not exactly sure when, but yeah, stay tuned. Should be fairly exciting. Wow, look at all these guys heading off. What are they all going off to do? Transporting cargo from different things in through here. Yeah, there's not much there. I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you. Well, I'll be back live streaming on Twitch again tomorrow. Don't know what I'll live stream actually. I think people were sort of interested in some more Dominions. So I may live stream some of that, but I'll have a think about it. Anyway, I'll catch you guys. Catch you guys tomorrow if you're going to be, or in about 8 hours or so, I guess, if you're going to be around for that one. There we go. Build planetary. I thought I said yes already for that one. Anyway, I'll leave it there. So Fix It saying, really got to go now, guys. Probably plays another hour. More iconic duo, yes.